Andy Rice from World Sailing. Question for Giles. Firstly, Giles, congratulations on that gold medal. I had you winning it by about, well, it says officially 2 seconds. I think it was a little bit less than that. How many years did you age during that race? Was it?
You got me? Yeah.
Got you now.
Yeah, I'd say I aged a little bit there. I gave myself I made it hard for myself there. I still don't know if I was actually over the start line or not, but I knew that I had a bid on as soon as I made the call to turn around and restart. This week has been an incredible week of racing, and I really feel like I've put together the best, certainly 5 days of fleet racing I ever have at a major event. And I think it's testament to these two beside me that the points were still so close going into the medal race. I think the three of us have sailed really well, and it's an honour to share the podium with these guys.
How much was the America's Cup campaign a help, and how much was it a distraction from trying to win another gold medal here?
I mean, it's not ideal for your fin sailing when you're away sailing a 75-foot foiling boat. But that being said, there's a lot that you can take from being in that environment, and certainly having dealt with the adversity that as a team we had to deal with out there in New Zealand. It's all useful in the pressure cooker that is the Olympic Games. But I think my coach Matt Howard and I, when we got back together, when I got back to the UK, we told each other that this was a timed run, and the Olympics was the goal, and if we were going to get there and be successful, it really was going to be just, and that's kind of the way it ended up.
You had a reasonable points gap going into that. Why did you push into the medal race today? Why did you push the start line as hard as you did to the point where you weren't too sure if you were over or not?
I mean, I always had in the back of my mind that the only way that I could really mess up today was by being ACS and having Josh Jr., the Kiwi, go away and sail and win the race. So that plays on your mind, and it does affect you a little bit. And I made the snap decision to go back. Not sure if I needed to or not, but maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed it so much.
Well, it'd be interesting to find out if you were really over or not, because I still don't know the answer to that. And on that final reaching leg, someone was telling me this morning that final reaching leg on the fin is sort of a bit of a procession. It's like the last day of the Tour de France. No one overtakes anybody. It wasn't like that. Just talk us through those last few meters to the finish, which proved so critical.
Yeah, I think the leeward mark was really the key moment. I was able to just sneak around the outside of that group and get onto that final reach. And when you got 10 boats in the space of about 5 boat lengths of course leg, it certainly was never over until I finally did cross that line. And in those conditions, that light stuff is you've got to be super careful of picking up a yellow as well. So yeah, there was plenty going through my mind there.
Jean, are you going to have a sort of a bragging rights argument about which is the craziest medal race, the craziest way to win a gold? Was it Ben Ainslie in London 2012, or was it Giles Scott in Tokyo 2020?
I'm not sure about if there'll be any bragging rights. I mean, the way that I won gold in Rio was pretty special, and I was just talking with these guys outside waiting to come in here about how different this day was 5 years ago. I was in a very fortunate position to be able to be very relaxed. I'd been out for a nice meal the night before and could just sail around carefree. It's about as polar opposite as the sensation that I've experienced today. As I said, it was super close. I had a jump going into this medal race, but I knew that it was going to be super hard, and it was clearly made a lot harder by that start I had. Yeah, it's. I did it the hard way today, but the important thing is that I managed to do it.